What's up, guys? I got my TR68 right here. This has a 16 joule valve. Yesterday I drilled out the restrictor 1 millimeter in size. So I want to see how it performs now with 700 psi HPA, 900 psi HPA, big CO2 tank, normal CO2, and Grimburg Joule V3s. So I took this out of here with a flathead screwdriver, and I have a numbered drill bit set, and that original restrictor hole is like super small. I'd say it's probably like 0.6 millimeters or something. It's very, very small. So I'm more interested in seeing how it will perform on this, because I've done a lot of shooting with this recently using these, and it was pretty much maxing out about 20 joules. Maybe it would get 21 sometimes, but it was mostly 20 joules, and I'd get like 17 shots out of one of these, at least 3 magazines. So I'll see if that goes down in shot count, but higher velocities and joule ratings. I'm going to use the Grimburg Joule V3s with all this stuff, so I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, the first gas type and stuff is 700 psi HPA tank. And remember, I drilled this restrictor out 1 millimeter. So in the past, when I shot it with the normal factory restrictor, I think it would do like 12 joules maybe. And I know I can remove that restrictor and get insanely high speeds, because I just made a video a couple days ago with me using a 900 psi HPA tank and the restrictor out, like full power on this thing, and it was getting like 50 joules. So I know I can do that. I just want to see what this does the way this is currently. So these are 7.7 gram Grimburg Joule V3s. 178. 178. I'll probably just do one magazine. 182. It's pretty slow. 184. 182. So I don't know what the joules is, but that's not that great. It's okay, but it's not that great. I think when I was using CO2s, it was getting like 230, 240, almost 250 feet per second. So I'm going to take off this HPA tank and use a Crossman 12 gram. Alright, you guys, Crossman 12 gram cartridge. It's going in the handle right here. So yeah, this is a 1 millimeter drilled restrictor. I've never drilled any of these before, so I'll see what this does. And I got the Grimburg Joule V3s, 7.7 grams. So we're pressurized and start firing. 244, 238, 228, 226, 218. It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit out here right now. The CO2 cartridges have been in the sunlight for about 5 minutes, and I think 70 degrees Fahrenheit is like 22 Celsius. So that's the temperature out here right now. So here's the second magazine. 224, 222, 214, 206, 204. So just on that this one CO2 cartridge, didn't have a big effect so far. The 1 millimeter drilled restrictor, it didn't have much of an effect as far as like FPS on that first shot or first couple shots. 202, 210. Next round, 196, 190, 178. I'm going to clear out the box and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, fourth magazine, same CO2 cartridge. I'll see what this does. This has been sitting for about 2 minutes. 176, I think it picked up right where I left off. 156, 118. The chronograph probably won't read this if it fires, because this only reads 100 at the minimum. 106, and this is the last shot. So that one CO2 was able to do all 4 mags. Typically I run out of gas by the beginning of the 4th mag. So I'll keep trying this. I don't think it made much of a difference. The 1mm drilled restrictor, it might make a difference running it on the big tank or on that thing. So this is next. This is 900 psi output. All right, you guys, Grimburg Drill V3s, 900 psi 900 psi HPA output, restrictor and handle, same everything. So I got that big bottle in my backpack right here on my back, and I think 180 something was on the, or like 170 was on the 700 psi output. So 216, so that's better. 218, 214, 218, it's not bad. 222, so I think that's about 17 joules. All right, you guys, I got the big CO2 tank on here, the red one. I took it to the store today to get it filled, and I think the guy put too much CO2 in it. It's a 20-ounce tank, and when I weighed it and got home, he filled it to 24 ounces. So the purpose of this video is to kind of empty out this tank a little bit, because I don't want to leave it pressurized that high for a super long time. So 20-ounce CO2 tank on the airline. Alright, you guys, I turned this off. I'm going to shoot the rest of the pressure out of the airline, whatever's left in that airline. I'm going to shoot it out. So first mag, same ammo. 256. 250. 250. 240, 240. Next magazine. I'm gonna weigh this tank when I go back in the house. When I got back, it weighed 1,506, which is pretty much, it's overfilled. I'm not complaining. It's just I don't know what happens if they stay pressurized for that long, because I wasn't planning on using it until I me get this dog out of here. I wasn't planning on using it until I used up my other CO2 tank. 224. So that was the, I don't know if you guys saw the shorts. I made a couple shorts with the puppy named Rosie. She's not full grown yet, but she's getting big quick. 222. 218. 214. 214. 214. So that was 3 mags, and it still has a good amount of power in it. This is just the residual air that's in the handle and the airline, because the supply of air has been shut off, or I should say the supply of CO2 has been shut off. 212. 212. 204. 202. So I'm hoping I use like at least 1 ounce of CO2. 198, which is about 30 grams. I'm hoping I use like 30 grams of CO2 out of this, and then I'll use it again in a different video. 198. 194, but this is pretty crazy that it's shooting so much. 202. 194. 188. So that was 25 rounds. I'm gonna go clear out the box. I'll be right back. Alright, had a bunch of random people show up and dogs come over and cats flying everywhere, so this is kind of getting annoying. 216. 210. 202. 196. So this is shot 30. 188. Finally feels like it's running out of gas. And there's the cat. This cat. All right. 7th magazine. 186. 172. 164. 150. 138. So it's pretty much out of gas. I'm gonna stop it right there because I have all these random animals popping up out of everywhere. So this is degassed, and yeah, so I don't see any huge difference in speed with the 1mm drilled restrictor. Obviously, like I said earlier, I know I can get a lot more power out of this by removing that disc, but if you're using a 12 gram and running it that way, at least for mine, I'll only get like 8 shots out of it max. And if I run it with no restrictor, basically full power, with this thing not in there, I'll get like 30 joules with the lower power HPA tank, 700 psi output. I'll get like 30, 33, 35, and with this one I was getting like 45, and then I was getting like 50 with the Devastators. So that's it for this video. Sorry about all the random animal interruptions and stuff, but you guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Alright, you guys, see how much CO2 I used? This weighed 1,506 before I started shooting. So I used almost 40 grams of CO2 with those, I think that was 5 mags with pressure, maybe 3 mags with pressure. I forgot. But that's how much I used, and then when I turned it off, the residual pressure that was still in the handle and the line, that's how much it used in those shots. So I did get a bunch of shots after I turned off the air valve. I got like 35 shots, and I still kind of kept firing, but it was just getting super low. And then yeah, I ended up having my friend asked me for help for something here at the house, So yeah, that's it for this one. You guys have a good one, and see you next time.